TMAU family. How are you all today? Um, I needed to talk to you all today about an article that I found out about a young lady who took her life due to bullying because of TMAU. Today is about tragedy equals victory, humiliation equals greatness, realness versus fakeness. Hi, Marco. How are you? Um, Let me just touch on a few things today to talk to you all. There was an article that I found. It says the headline read, Teen commits suicide because she was allegedly bullied for having body odor. One of the reasons what made me bring this to the forefront is because this is to, hi Victoria, hey y'all, this made me come forward. I'm going to read this headline once again. Teen commits suicide because she was allegedly bullied for having body odor. Hey, Rhode Island. Tragic case, a 17-year-old girl in China who commits suicide because she allegedly was bullied by her classmates. Sounds about right. As they said, she had body odor, and then it states only cowards bully others. This happened at the beginning of this year. Her name was Gia. Gia was studying in one of the schools in Beihai in China when her mother received a call from the school saying that her daughter had jumped off the sixth floor of the girls' dormitory building. This young lady jumped off the sixth floor of her dormitory building because she could not any longer take the bullying and harassment of this TMAU. When I read this particular article, I didn't know whether to cry, whether I wanted to fight, or whether I wanted to choke the classmates that bullied this young lady. Her mother identified as Chen. Her mother's name is Chen. She grieved. She grieved for her daughter and had tried to find the reason behind her suicide, as she had always been a bright and sensible girl. Did you hear that? She was bright and sensitive. Mhm. Her mother had said that she can't sleep every night, and she always go into her daughter's room to hope that her spirit speaks to her. Gia complained that the boys in her school would form a circle around her and taunt her by asking, what was that strange smell? Meanwhile, the girls would exclude her from the activities and did not talk to her. It was discovered that the school was aware of the suicide notes before Gia's death, but they denied it. And of course, they want to deny it because they didn't want a lawsuit. I can bet you that they knew about the taunting, and the people on the higher level also taunted her as well. Gia didn't have anybody to really talk to because it was embarrassing for a girl that age to talk to anybody about her body odor issue that she was having. These kids taunted her so bad, excluded her from activities, played mind games on her, hurt her feelings, abused her to the point where she jumped off of a building, the sixth story of a building. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how serious this issue is. This is the exact reason why I get up here and I do these videos, because I am tired of having to read articles about somebody killing themselves for getting bullied. Tragedy. Tragedy.
Okay.
The connection with depression and TMAU. Family, let's be honest with one another. Waking up and getting out of bed with TMAU cannot be the easiest thing to deal with because it affects every aspect of one's life. You come into contact with school teachers, co-workers, bosses, cashiers, family members, and neighbors. And each person that you run into on a mental level and an anxiety level, you're thinking, can they smell my breath? Can I smell my body? Can they smell my body odor? Thank you very much, Marco. This is definitely facts. Every person that you come into encounter with mentally is crossing your mind. Can this person smell my breath? Or can this individual smell my body odor? Do people without TMAU know how emotionally and mental draining this issue is on a day-to-day basis? Everywhere that you go, you can't get anything to eat. You can't go into the library. You can't speak to a cashier without somebody coughing or complaining on you. You can't even sit in your office 8 hours a day without being bullied. Who deserves to sit in the office 8 hours a day and listen to whispers, wait for people to walk up to you? Who wants to go through that? Who in their normal mind is going to go through that? In fact, I think that's probably one of the reasons why I am able to survive emotionally and mentally, because I don't have to sit in the office 8 to 9 hours a day watching whispers, watching hand gestures, watch people put their fingers under their noses. That's probably why I'm still able to survive. Yes, yes, come in my booty. I understand. Who is going to go out there and sit in an office for 8 hours a day and listen to comments? Sad part, you can't get anybody to be honest with you about it. See, what's going on is that they don't want to know that it's a condition. They want to have something to talk about. They enjoy humiliating you behind your back. It is torture, Mr. Young. I agree with you 100%. Who wants to go through emotional torture every day of the week for 8 hours a day? There is no possible way a sensible person can deal with that kind of stress. When I read this story, it touched me like no other story has touched me, because it shows that this situation is real. For the people who keep trying to play mind games with us and tell us it's all in our heads, read this story. The games that you're playing with people that are not strong enough to handle TMA, you are leading them to suicide by not telling them the truth. This is what's happening. And believe me, when you played your part in a person's death, it will come back for you. I don't know exactly how it's going to come back for you, but definitely you will be a footstool. So you can laugh, tease, talk, do whatever it is that you want to do, but karma always comes back. It's ridiculous. She couldn't even go to school and get an education. Because of the bullying and harassment. This girl couldn't even get an education because of ignorance. I hope to God that somebody that is in social work or work for Social Security disability is watching this, because it's heartbreaking. This girl wasn't even past 20 years old and took her life. I hope that you all take this and understand that if it's not people taking their own life, they're going to begin taking others' lives. That's the realness of it. Because everybody takes bullying in different ways. They may take their own life. The next issue, the next headline may be person with body odor took the other person's life. Sad. This is sad on a whole nother level. Emotional and mental disease. When you file for Social Security disability, they may try not to give you disability for the smell itself, but because it causes emotional and mental issues. After a while being picked on, bullied, and dragged through the dirt. How you doing, Miss Skin? How you doing? After being drugged through the dirt but for so long, it begins messing with your emotional levels. Sometimes you sit by yourself and have flashbacks of being bullied, about what people said about you, about what they did to you, about what they feel they could have done for you. Thank you, Marco. If you cannot get Social Security disability under the smell itself, you surely can qualify for depression, because not only does it cause physical harm, it causes depression, emotional, and mental diseases. If you have TMAU, or if you did not always have it and you just developed it, my God, you would not be the same person that you used to be. Suicidal thoughts is not ladies and gentlemen. When you hear two words or something, tell they're being bullied, you make sure you monitor that individual, because who wants to live life being bullied 24/7 about something that they cannot control? The people on the outside cannot understand, because they are not walking a day in our shoes. They do not get it. They don't get it. They're just playing a follower, trying to bully. The only way, Marco, something is going to get done, going to get we do a movement. Can you hear me? The only way we will get recognized, thank you, baby, is if we do a movement. Okay. Can you hear me now? Y'all good? Are y'all able to hear me? Everybody? There are strength in numbers. Strength in numbers, the only way you will get recognized is strength in numbers. When these people are going to doctors, specialists, and health providers, you are going by yourself. This is what the issue is. Movement sounds awesome, Perfina. Yes, ma'am, it does. The only way you're not getting recognized is because everybody that I see on videos that have done like videos and, you know, different things that has to do with this, I always see one person. It is strength in numbers, ladies and gentlemen. There is strength in numbers. The minute that you have a movement with anywhere between 200 to 300 people within that movement, because I have way more than 300 people that has inboxed me about TMAU, they get recognized by doing a movement. It's sad, but true. Because it seems that when you go to these specialists, they're just laughing about the situation because it's one person. You got 300 people complaining about the same issue, 300 people coming to you saying, hey, you know what, I'm about to commit suicide because I don't know what to do anymore. I can't work. My financial situation is messed up. I can't take care of my kids. What do you want me to do? Man, this just messes me up. People just don't care anymore. You are absolutely right. This is how you know things are coming to an end for people. You have no sympathy. You have no understanding. You do not understand what an individual is going through because you're just worried about with oneself. But the minute that you're afflicted with it, you expect everybody to bow down. A movement needs to happen. And that's what I plan on doing. I have been humiliated from 26 jobs, ladies and gentlemen. Not 16, not six. I have been humiliated from 26 jobs. I had 26 jobs that I had to work. I have been laughed out of those jobs. I have been defamed, humiliated because I had children to take care of. I had daycare to pay. I had rent to take care of. I had light bill to take care of. And I also had a water bill to take care of. 26 jobs, ladies and gentlemen. Could you only imagine the abuse that I took on those 26 jobs? And I'm still saying today, I have flashbacks about those 26 jobs on a daily basis. I have things that I wanted to do to those people at those jobs, ladies and gentlemen, but I couldn't. There are things that I wanted to do, but I couldn't. I've had neighbors gossip, lie, and spread rumors about information that was not true. They think they have the right to talk about you because you have this condition. They think that you are trifling, worthless, and the scum of the earth. And they have the right to say what they want to say behind or in front of your face. They think that you are the prey until you show them that you are the real predator. Hmm? This is a tactic, ladies and gentlemen, to break you. Oh, yeah, they called you Miss Stank Breath. Ridiculous. You can best believe that the mental issue is real. It's real on a whole nother level. It is embedded mentally. I don't need to talk to a therapist. I don't need to talk to a therapist. Matter of fact, if I go talk to a therapist, I'll become the therapist. I don't need to talk to no therapist. There ain't nothing that a therapist can do for me but run my insurance and get that money and talk about me after I leave the office to the other colleagues and spray some Lysol. I have seen it. I have lived it. There is nothing that a therapist can do for me whatsoever. If the therapist can't take this smell away, I don't want to talk to you. If a therapist not going to help me get Social Security disability benefits, I don't want to talk to you. I don't need to talk to this therapist for what? I don't need therapy. I need a miracle. The only thing that's going to get me out of this situation is a miracle. A wise person must understand that your trials are meant to help another individual. I want you to understand this, ladies and gentlemen. So, no matter how hard it gets, understand you were built to fight this. You were built to fight this kind of fight. And this is a hell of a fight. You were not designed to follow, you were designed to lead. Understand humility equals greatness. Can I say that for you one more time? I have to encourage you today. Humility equals greatness. You are great in so many ways. You have no idea, ladies and gentlemen, how great you are. You represent strength. You represent greatness. You are above what the normal person can take. You got up today and you listen to this video. You still are in a good fight. You are still in the good fight. The next point that I would like to put out there is real versus fake. Real and fake will never get along. I want you to understand when I say this to you. Real and fake will never add up. The minute you become real with a fake individual, they will spread all kinds of lies about you because you have excelled them. Do not try to become one with a fake person. The relationship will never work. You were not designed to be fake. You were designed to be real on every different level. As long as you understand a fake person's language, everything is fine. And then when you get too smart, they will do anything to dim your light. In fact, That was the issue from the beginning. We walk around with a certain type of light that these demons do not possess. Their job is to dim your light and to outcast you, because your light reveals each secret, each skeleton in the closet, and each demonic entity. Indeed, they're actually spreading rumors and defaming your name to take the look off of them. They want you to look bad because you're able to see directly through them. I want you to understand that what we go through on a day-to-day basis is not just because of how we smell. It's because the light that you have is the light that they don't possess. Why do you think they're trying so hard to humiliate you? The best thing that you can do is have a relationship. And Marco, I will say that again, they are trying to dim your light because they don't have that light. Even with a body odor, your light is strong because you're not here to operate off of the world. The only thing you can do is operate off of God. The world's not trying to hear what you have to say. The world doesn't care about your situation. So how do you think that you've been making it so far? You're operating off of God and you don't even know it. You are operating off that man upstairs and you have no idea that he's carrying you. Once again, they think you, Perfina, they think you are the prey and they think that they are the predator. You're not supposed to have self-esteem. You are not supposed to throw what they say, blows back. You're not supposed to throw blows back mentally or physically. You're not here to throw blows back. You're supposed to be scared. You are the stinky girl. Throw your blows back. Be who you are. Don't change who you are because you've been afflicted. I had to get up here today after I read that story. It just made me think about you all. A movement has to happen for any kind of change to exist. A movement with a lot of people, not just one person. They're not going to listen to one person. They're not going to listen to two people. We need hundreds of people. With a movement, you can't be scared to come out the house. With a movement, you got to be bold. You have to be bold. You have to learn how to go out there and say, I don't care who smells what. I'm doing this for a cause. And you can never go wrong with trying to do the right thing for you and another individual. Also, like I said, I want you all to keep in mind that you are going through this. You're going through this pain and suffering for another person as well. There is somebody else out there in a worse situation that you are in. And I know you're like, God, this is the worst situation to be in. Indeed, it's not. We have to stand in unity. There is strength in numbers, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what I plan to do. I am not going to go on Facebook and I am not going to tell stories about who's insulted me anymore. It's one of them things where it's time to make moves. It's time to make moves. You're not hearing us. So I'm going to make sure that you hear me. This young lady, she committed suicide. She wasn't even 20 years old. This is a real thing, ladies and gentlemen. Even for the people who are listening to this that do not have TMAU, this is real. This could be anybody's daughter, anybody's niece, anybody's cousin. The only way we're going to get anything done is with the movement. And that's what I tend to do. I would like anybody who wants to be involved in the movement to please email me. If you do not know my email is classylady83 at outlook.com. I'm going to spell it CLASSYLDY 83 at outlook.com. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. Mom, what are we going to eat? If you don't stand for something, once again, you will fall for anything. This is about a movement, ladies and gentlemen. Please email me. classylady83 at outlook.com. That's right. There you go. There it is. Contact me. This is real. Stay classy. Stay sassy. I got love for you. But the only way something's going to get done is if we make moves. You all have a blessed day. Encourage each other and try to stay positive and surround yourself with positive people. Have a blessed day.